A Prince George picture, showing the royal on holiday, has proved Prince Harry wrong about the royal family, a commentator has claimed. During Harry and Meghan Markle's interview with Oprah Winfrey, the Duke told the talk show legend that he had been trapped within the system, like the rest of my family are. Harry also appeared on Dax Shepard's podcast in May 2021 and talked about the pain and suffering of his upbringing, saying that it had been like a mixture between The Truman Show and being in a zoo. Danielle Elzer, royal commentator, claimed in a piece for news.com.au that the striking new picture of Prince George, released by the Cambridges this week, proves Harry wrong. She added, Harry's experiences do not mean that those left behind, ensconced in the palace life, now face the same fate. What Harry has not ever distinguished between is how much of his unhappy younger years can be blamed on the institution and how much was actually down to the two messed up individuals who raised him. What this new George shot does is really drive home that the version of the royal family that Harry has repeatedly talked about, one that was inherently dysfunctional and in which his emotional and psychological needs were never, ever met, is gone. Camilla questioned the timing of Harry's comments, and was confused as to why Prince Harry and Meghan Markle left the UK to go to America and make so much noise. They wanted to keep a low profile and now they don't. They're seeking publicity which they supposedly left the family to avoid. Allison said the couple didn't want the toxicity that came with their former publicity, but Camilla said you can't pick and choose the coverage. Dermot said, you raise a good point because with a degree you can't have one without the other. This whole suggestion that he was living his life in the Truman Show, anyone who has seen that Jim Carrey movie, it's about someone being filmed every second of their life. That just simply wasn't the case. Camilla replied. I appreciate there was a huge spotlight shown on him and Meghan, and there is in royals in general. But large swathes of their lives was spent in private in Windsor, completely unbothered by the press and paparazzi, she added. In fact, the paparazzi haven't really photographed royals in private, for years, frankly since Diana's death, because everything changed. Also, I think, anyone who is family with the famous Philip Larkin poem about what your parents can do to you, we've all got our own stories to tell, and at times, we've all had traumatic childhood experiences. I'm actually sympathetic, Giles commented. It's interesting talking about family, why you are who you are, how your heritage may have affected you. I think we should all think more about where we've come from. I'm not going to join the bandwagon against Harry and Meghan. I'm relatively interested. Giles went on to say Harry had a traumatic childhood, referencing his parents splitting up and then attending Princess Diana's funeral. This morning viewers then heard him discuss the Queen's childhood, describing it as very loving compared to the late Duke of Edinburgh's, which he said was traumatic.